So I'm starting a new session, and I was too busy looking at my phone, and I've just realized that the font's slowly floating away. And this is the first time that's happened to me. So, this is odd. Unexpected. So, the last session...
Does your character always gasp like that?
Yeah, it's because I keep suffocating it. It only gasps when it's suffocated. But I figured out... So, Jake likes to keep a list of words, or like the phrases that I say that are weird. But it doesn't seem too weird because it felt like it was in context. Anyway. So there are two things that I could get started with. So there's two things I could do this evening. So I can either go back to the Ash Twin project and check out what's in the sun station. Okay, I'm gonna kick you out.
Good night, everybody.
It is 10 o'clock in the evening. Okay, so apparently there is a way to get to the sun station with the Ash Twin towers, and I think I've questioned this previously, what the spaceship that's been flying around the sun, and I think that's the sun station. The Ash Twin project, I don't exactly know what it is yet. I think the Black Hole Forge, again, it was quite difficult for me to get to, and it does appear that the Ash Twin towers connect somehow to Black Hole Forge, which connects to the Hanging City. And I think previously I tried to get to the Hanging City, and that was I tried to get to the Black Hole Forge from the Hanging City, and that was a lot more difficult than it should have been. And that's when Luke told me, actually, if there's something's too difficult for you to do, you probably shouldn't do it, or you probably can't do it yet. And seeing that Black Hole Forge now connects to Ash Twin Towers, maybe this suggests that I can actually get to the Black Hole Forge from the Ash Twin Towers. So let's have a look at what the Sun Station says. Sea rumor. And this is the biggest question mark at the moment. I wonder if that means something. Ah. You know, this is the first time that I've seen that the question marks and stuff are different sizes. So I'm guessing these are probably big, I guess big consequential things that I should be doing to advance the storyline. Or maybe they're just super difficult things that I can't do. And then there's some smaller question marks. And perhaps the little, as it shrinks, it just means that they're either less consequential or they don't mean as much to the storyline. So in terms of it, I do think that there's quite a bit happening in the Ash Twin Towers. Oh, so yeah, so like in the the Sun Station. So maybe it's time to check it out. So several large Nomai towers form a ring around Ash Twin's equator. The Whitehall Station was used as a model for these towers, which were built for the Ash Twin project. And then that says the Nomai built something called the Sun Station, but not everyone supported its construction. And then there is a way to safely travel to the Sun Station from Ash Twin. The Nomai debated building a Sun Station. The Nomai built something called the Sun Station, but not everyone supported. So there is a way to safely travel to the Sun Station from Ash Twin. And then there's all this other stuff happening on Hearth. So I wonder, so inside dark bramble seed, inside the seed, but there's currently nothing happening in Hearth. So you know what, I think I'm just going to spend some time on Hearth this evening. So I'm just going to buckle up, but I'm not actually going to go anywhere. I think I'm just going to do some exploring around Hearth. I think I've done quite a bit. So that was a seed. I think there's quite a bit of stuff happening down here. So maybe... Ooh. So I'm going to take the suit with me, just in case. So... Ooh. I thought maybe I'll try and get a bird's eye view of whatever was happening through the crater. Different crater. Okay, that's all good. I can deal with that. See, I feel like I've spent so much time... Ooh. Oh, I don't like that. See, there's some Nomai stuff down here too. Oh, mining site 2B. So at the moment, I'm just exploring. You know, it's interesting to note that the... Oh no. Is that more Nomai? Yes. Oh, there's a waterfall? Yeah, so it's quite interesting, because you'd think that if they were living, if the Hearthians, if they were living right above a Nomai sort of archaeological site, that they would have done a bit more exploring considering the technology they had access to. You know, the fact that they're surrounded by, you know, the remains of Nomai does make me question a lot of things. Like, you know, these are impressive structures. Like, you know, you'd think that if they had archaeologists, that, you know, they would spend a bit more time trying to understand what's going on. Is that the person over there? See, where am I? See, the ship's down the other side, so I've somehow traveled through. So yeah, there's all these archaeological sites that are related to Nomai, and they kind of just ignored it, which is quite confusing. So I think earlier when I was talking to Luke, I have a theory that you know, I think something quite drastic would have happened. So I think maybe this is this is my theory at the moment, is that the Nomai, on one end, they were trying to design this technology that's used to fire up, like, I guess, like this transportation thing. On the other hand, you have these unethical scientists designing their own Large Hadron Collider. So I think when they talk about the dark matter, I think there was a time before. Ooh, I think there was a time when the dark matter wasn't called dark matter, it was just called matter. You know, it was something that they used to, like, you know, maybe like sort of a power source or something. And then maybe in order to sort of conduct the experiments, they realized that they needed a shit ton of dark matter. And in doing so, maybe when they did when they realized that they could use the sun as a source of energy, they, where am I going? Yep, so when they realized that they could use the sun as a source of energy, maybe they... Ooh, ooh, dark matter's down here. That's no good. So when they decided to, I guess, yeah, maybe they needed a massive source of dark matter. Oh, there we go. Speaking of which... Yeah, so maybe they needed a massive source of dark matter, and when they took it to the sun... See, that's so much. Where did it come from? maybe there was some sort of chain reaction or something that sort of created some, maybe it just managed to spread across the solar system. So I'm not as eloquent. I have had 2 Guinnesses. I feel very good and calm. Ooh, see, there's someone there. He's just chilling. That would probably. Oh no, it's just a plane. Yeah, so with all these archaeological sites, you thought that the Hearthians would have done a bit more exploring, but no, they've just kind of just been chilling. What's going on there? Battle Rock. Okay, something's happening down here. Okay, we're looking for some sort of sign. So anyway, so the theory is they tried to, I guess, maybe replicate all the dark, like, I guess the matter to power up their, I guess, obscene idea that they. Oh yeah, no, I recognize that from somewhere. The idea that they could somehow harness the power. That's going to transport me somewhere, isn't it? Let's see what happens. Because why not? Ooh. Okay. Hmm. Doesn't appear to be any Nomai writing or anything, but it does appear important for some reason. Yeah, as I was saying, I think something happened that blasted across the solar system, and that's why you see all these I guess like you almost like as I tried to describe it, almost like a Pompeii situation. And then so that's one of my theories was that it was an experiment gone wrong, and that's why everyone's kind of frozen in time, and like basically like they just passed away on the spot. Uh, what else? The other theory is that I'm trying to figure out whether or not that it was intentional. Whether or not that ooh, this is different. Yeah, whether or not the fact that we're currently stuck in a time loop and that there was that statue in the museum, unidentifiable signal nearby. Okay. What, no, what I need is not that. Deep space radio. So new frequency discovered. Yeah, so basically the other idea I guess I had was trying to figure out whether, the fact that we're currently stuck in a time loop, the fact that the remains of the Nomai were found was intentional, or if it was just some kind of mistake. Because, maybe thinking about the third sort of, I guess, escape pod, they ended up, I guess, they ended up in another dimension, and they would have come back and found everyone dead. And so maybe they planted a seed here and there, trying to sort of just wondering whether or not, just in the hope that someone or something in the future, or in the past, because we're talking about time here, is going to come back and be able to rescue them. Anyway, here's a sign. Let's do some reading. Closed due to fire damage. The old radio tower, while an important landmark, is unfortunately closed thanks to the unsanctioned flight testing of an extremely powerful model rocket. Oh, hope that wasn't my fault. While we hope to repair the radio tower in the future, all construction efforts are currently focused on the planned museum expansion at the observatory. Sincerest apologies except to Slate and Micah, Hornfowl's museum curator. Okay. So there is a deep space signal. So it means that they have explored. So it means that they've done some exploring, and they would know that there are some Nomai artifacts here and there. Well, let's go to, I'm guessing I'm going to the North Pole. There's a bit of smoke coming out of there. Okay, so there's a light beaming out of there. I think the North Pole would be where we saw the seed earlier. Is that correct? Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's massive. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can tackle around here. Because if the time loop is correct, we're probably near the end of the current session. Okay. You want to do some exploring? Okay, I'm gonna say let's touch it. Oop, didn't like that. You know, because what you do when you see something you're unfamiliar with, you touch it and see what happens. It's not pointy or too sharp. Ooh, nope, it is quite pointy. Surprisingly icy as well, so. Oh, how about let's try and point the signal scope at the seed. Anything? No, 9 meters. Okay. 6 meters. That is, the accordion. It's coming from within the seed. So distress beacons, outer wall expansions. Is there a way to zoom in? Maybe if I put away equip signal scope. What is that thing? How do I equip signal scope? Launch mode. Oh, put away. Photo mode, launch mode, take snapshot. Launch mode. Launch. Okay. It's coming from inside. Is it behind it? I think our friend who was stuck is inside the seed for some reason. 5 meters. Something's in there. Oh, there's a few different openings too. Let's have a look at that one. Is the seed somehow some kind of cosmic spaceship or sorts? Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna ask him tricky again. Hey, your hatchling, thought you taking a tin can of yours into space today. What's you still doing here? Me was in crash over the horizon. Is that a dark bramble seed? Yeah, you think so? It's nothing like we have seen on Timber Hearth before, so you're probably onto something there. Whatever it is, it put down roots in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, hatchling, and that's a fact. Think I'll set Mole and Howl loose on it, best to get rid of this mess sooner rather than later. No one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a tree keeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first though. I don't want to see anybody to hacking up a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea of what's lurking inside there. Tuff can help me haul the old scout launcher over here. Obviously the opening is too small for someone to fit inside, and anyway I'm not, so I read this last time. The frequency's coming from inside it. Through here, the Edelroth ship. And then there's this, all this frozen stuff around. Something's going on. I wonder if there's a way to take the suit off, because I don't really need it. But that looks like a particularly thick branch. Right, let's keep looking. It's a real shame because it's not updating my ship log. I do feel like I'm starting to find something quite odd about this. Maybe I'll follow the roots. Where are they going? So it's going in here, and it's going in there. Oh yeah, for the first time feeling oddly calm. So if I'm not wrong, I think if I go deeper into Hearth, I might be able to see where the root system is going. Oh, is there anything behind here? Let's see if I can walk along the root system. It's painful. That's different. What's going on? Kerosene equip signal scope. Put away. Launch. Cool. Scout. Duplicate signal. Error. Duplicate signal. Huh. Where is it going? So the scout says that it's going 600 and 700 meters, and then on the other side of the camera it's saying it's going. So, can I see where the scout is? Oh, so it has settled. Scout 14.1 error, duplicate signal scout. So it has gone somewhere. So I think I just need to go to wherever the scout has gone. And then I'll be able to figure out. Okay, so if it was dark, it's in dark bramble. Is that where I'm going to go next? Okay, so the scout's gone to dark bramble, and for some reason it's got like a connection towards it. So maybe what I'm going to do is, oh yeah, there we go. This just means I've got about a minute. So, what have I found out? So the seed does appear to be coming from dark bramble. When I throw the scout in there, it does make sound. Is it glowing? Actually, let's just check it out. It's glowing a lot more than it was. When I throw the scout in there, it does beam out into dark bramble. And dark bramble so far appears to be one of the more, I don't know, it doesn't look as scary as the other planet. So maybe what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to dark bramble next and see what happens. But if I'm not wrong, I should evaporate soon, yeah. And cosmic evaporation. Are you going to? Oh, you do look terrified. I'm sorry, Trick-type, just look at me. Just be calm, just look at me. Oh my god. It's like that scene in Terminator. Okay. Let's not piss around this time, and let's go. Let's go to Dark Bramble. I was going to explore Hearth, but it's piqued my interest. Yeah, guessing at you. I don't think I saw anything, but Dark Bramble seed. Cool, I've learned something new. So, a seed from Dark Bramble crashed here and has already taken root. Tektite wants to use a scout launcher to get a look at what's inside. My signal scope picks up harmonic music when I aim it at the seed. I launch my little scout into the seed, somehow the seed is much bigger on the inside. I don't think it's a seed, I think it's a portal. Oh, wait, let's go back to the HUD. Is there anything else that I missed? No, let's go to Dark Bramble. Yeah, let's go to Dark Bramble. Yeah, let's hit that. If I'm not wrong, I think one of was it the first explorer should be there. It does feel like a massive journey though. Let's just have a look outside. There's not a lot going here. Oh, this is terrifying. Oh no. Is this the anglerfish? Okay, let's head towards one of the lights and see what happens. Oh, the light disappeared. Oh, there's an anglerfish. There are dark. Interesting. So there's nothing really on Dark Bramble. Do you think maybe one of the characters has been swallowed by an anglerfish? Come on. What? Yes. Escape pod 3 inside the seed. The vessel. Escape pod. Okay. I don't feel like I have enough attention to figure out what the hell is happening on Dark Bramble. So I think the seed, I've done as much as I could. So that was the observatory. That was a glacier that I had a look earlier. That was that. So I think the only thing we can really do is actually go inside. This is something different I haven't seen before. How many craters are on Hearth? Okay, unopened. The rocks are making different noises. It's a quantum stone. Grove shard. Frequency does quantum fluctuations. I look away, then move away. So there's one about 1,443. No, that's way too far. You know, I'm gonna keep an eye on you because you're terrifying me. Didn't see a sign earlier. That's quite unexpected. Yeah, we'll take it off. It's freaking out. Oh, there it is. Ooh, there it is. So, across old bark, the quiet shade, it's always dark. Across old bark, the quiet shade, it's always dark in the ancient glade. I did see that move. I'm terrified. Hmm. I think what I'm trying to figure out is where is the geysers coming from? Are the geysers also quantum? That would be quite absurd. Okay, across the ancient glade. Oh, that's just a friendly little geyser. Ooh, what is that? That's different. I don't think I've been there before. What could this be? So there's a tree. That's another observatory of sorts. So I'm not talking as loud because the yellow heart's gone to bed. But I am locked in. I just want to spend some good time. This does look very familiar for some reason. Church research notes, property of church. I've detected a strange signal coming from somewhere within the grove in this crater. It's very similar to the signal emitted by the quantum moon, so it stands to reason the two signals are probably related. We don't know how much about that quantum moon, seeing as no one's ever been able to land on it. But hopefully studying the signal in the grove will reveal more about it. So that's another obscure mystery. What about this ship? Is that this? Are the trees also quantum? Have they been moving? No. Okay, let's head back to the ship and let's see. Let's fill up and let's do some more exploring. See what else going on. You know, it's actually been quite nice just to have slightly calmed session where things are not trying to kill me as quickly. Quantum Grove. Cool. So there is a strange rock shard in this grove that moves when I'm not watching. It emits a signal in the quantum fluctuations frequency. Found a poem written on one of the trees in the grove. Quantum moon. So, the Nomai and Brittle Hollow observed a phantom moon that would sometimes appear in the sky. The Nomai and Embertwin observed a moon that would disappear when no one was watching. A Nomai named Solanum landed a shuttle on the quantum moon. Church's research notes mention a quantum moon that no Hearthian has been able to land on. Fair enough. Yeah, that's just so weird because there's just so many Nomai artifacts, and they kind of just come to terms with it. Like they're kind of unbothered. I've done this bit. Oh yes, so there was this bit I was exploring earlier, and then right at the bottom there's a butt ton of what is it, ghost matter that that I cannot be bothered dealing with right now. So let's come through here. Yeah, so let's take this. All goes smooth. There's more. Did know my terrifying. Oh, this. Oh, what is that? Okay, let's do some reading. Oh, oh, we know. I'm still amazed by how much ore the Ash Twin project requires. Psycad, isn't this the ore for the remaining towers being built on Ash Twin? The completed towers I've seen are quite large. No. The material for those towers is all being taken from Ash Twin. The ore we're mining here will be used to craft an immensely thick protective shell that will physically seal off the chamber inside Ash Twin's core. I'm relieved by our clan's decision to use Timber Hearth's ore only for constructing the shell. If, eventually, life on this planet were to evolve to the point of advanced metallurgy, ha! There we go. I'm confident we won't have destroyed the ability to create, so it's been a recent thing. Psychic. If they're sealing off all entrances, I hope they've planned accordingly. Oh no, I thought you had forbidden your apprentice from making puns, Coleus. How else would he improve? Okay. Ship log updated. Interesting. Something happened. Oh, there's some more dead Nomai. I think one of them would have been Coleus or Syed or... Oh, if I'm correct, if I go up that way, that should actually take me to the little yellow thingy. Oh crap! Oh god, I'm terrified. Grab these point. Okay, I need you to beat me back up. Is this new? Yeah, that's woeful times. Interesting. Oh, this bit's a bit tough. Cool. So I read this wall. There was some stuff I was looking into. So that would be beaming me up. I don't necessarily want it to be beamed up yet. I feel like there's still a few things that I need to check out. That's been activated. There's something bright here. Oh, more dead Nomai. Okay. Ash twin. Let's chuck it here. That's a different color. Yeah, alright, my gratitude for the latest shipment, Oeno. This all should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin project. This is exciting news. Can I offer an extra set of eyes for this final check, specifically mine? If my work here is complete, I'd be delighted to help. We'd be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as a small flaw or opening in the shell that protects our twin projects could lead to disaster. Oh. As a small flaw or opening in the shell that protects the Ash Twin project could lead to disaster. Once we finish the shell that seals off the central chamber, we'll check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Romy and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks, our final safety check. Well, they clearly didn't do a good job. Okay, so I feel like then that activates something to get me to go somewhere. So maybe. There's a lot of crap around here. So boxes of stuff. There's more ore. There's more dead Nomai. Oh my god, this is so upsetting. Oh yeah, so this sends me up. But I want to go down, potentially. Oh, that'll take me forever. Oh yeah, cool. That just takes me back to where I need to be. I was right here before. There's just more mines. Mines. I think, I don't know, if anything, it's kind of, I guess, comforting to know that the Nomai were doing unsustainable mining practices as well. Sure, one of these holes would have something worthwhile to look into. Well, why else would they bother including all these holes in here? Got a tunnel? Yeah, I feel like one of these tunnels might have something interesting to look in. I don't know if I can be bothered. Yeah, unless there's anything obvious, I think everything I probably need to check here is done. And let's leave the caves and see what's going on outside. Oh, crap. Oh yes, after close observation, mining site 2A wouldn't be safe for the native life dwelling in some of the cave's pools, so unfortunately we'll have to mine one of the other sites. Huh. So it seems maybe Harthians used to be aquatic. On the opposite hand, new life. This species is semi-aquatic and very hardy. The ecosystem here is quite robust, so I believe they'll thrive in the long run. Be cautious near the pools if you visit 2A to meet them. They remind me of subterranean species that my mentor, Malore, once told me about, from when our planet used to travel across this universe. I imagine she would have enjoyed these life forms greatly. I reckon these are the ancestors of the Harthians. I was watching them once during a rest, and the owls escaped from me. They were fascinating. I wonder what their fourth eye does. Definitely Harthians. There are very few other cave sites that look promising. What about Site 2B? It shares similar formations and strata. This sounds promising. Will you and your mentor investigate? If mining Site 2B proves safe for this native species, we'll move our work there. Site 2B is safe. Collie says we'll continue to monitor our activity and its effect on life here. Oh, see, at least they were being a little bit sustainable. Okay, there's something about this that's important, but I can't really understand. Okay, there's potentially things to explore here. Oh, that's pushing me away. Ooh, interesting. I'm being dragged into something. Wow, this is really cool. What is this? Someone's been camping here. Or something's been camping here. What's going on? Okay, this has been a very, very fun session. I think there is a lot of mysteries happening. Don't know. Okay, let's use quantum shard. I think there's more stuff down here. I wonder if there's just Nomai just being messy. Maybe they're just not being a tidy Kiwi. Okay, I've got 5 minutes left. Oh, interesting. Oh no, it's just being a dumping ground. Cool. see what's going on. That's actually been quite a fun, enjoyable session, must admit. So, I think I've got 4 minutes left on the timer. So, I'm going to try and quickly read through some rumors, but if I don't, that's all good. But I think, we've just learned a bit more about the origin of these species. The central chamber inside Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. The Nomai planned to construct technology capable of producing a 22-minute negative time interval in Ash Twin. The Nomai mined ore from the site to craft a protective shell designed to physically seal off the central chamber inside Ash Twin. Once the shell was finished, the Nomai checked to ensure there were no longer any physical entrances or cracks. The Nomai discovered a species of four-eyed semi-aquatic life forms in the waterways near the mine. That's us. Oh, that's really sweet. Anyway, it is getting quite late. I think I've done a reasonable amount today, so I am just going to call it a night.